Hello guys, Showy here playing more Danganronpa. So we're in the final class trial and we have to find out the original motive, I guess.
You mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
Yep.
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret.
Did we do something to Mukuro? Did we bully her into wanting to kill us all? Is that what happened?
Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
No, my man. You still want us to believe that it was Mukuro Ikusaba, the person who was killed.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that, either way we have to explain every last remaining mystery. The one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, and so on. Make your arguments. But nobody killed her. How can I make an argument?
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Yep.
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does make me so sure?
The Monokuma control room.
You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably a million miles away.
No, that's wrong. There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
Yep.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
Yep.
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
Yep.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. Yeah, I have remembered this many times.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
Yep.
But how'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here?
No, there's someone in the control room.
It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Well, it's not me!
I blame Makoto! What?
Why me?
'Cause it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Good point, but we don't know that. Maybe someone else survived being executed.
Oh, I get it! The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! You got me!
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
No one killed Mukuro. Mukuro's alive,
That's a good point.
I think.
Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Alright?
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Okay.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
Nope.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
I got it! All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So
Yep.
they can't possibly be what killed her.
Why not?
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days?
Makes sense.
If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't it?
Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
No, she didn't. The profile of...
How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know,
You're wrong.
she denied me before I could even say anything.
She's getting horny because of that.
I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before.
If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? Yeah, Mukuro's profile, I think, is the one here. Oh, wait.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier.
Uh,
She must have been
there
in
you
100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
nope.
No, that's wrong. No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing.
Damn.
Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school.
Not really, because Mukuro is not the person who's dead.
In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
I mean, maybe she is, I don't know.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Okay.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
But if that's what killed her,
Mm-hmm.
then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
Yep.
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant.
Yeah, I still don't know who that person is. It's probably not Mukuro. Who could that be? Who of everyone has dark skin? That is something that I should check.
If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
The mastermind.
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me. But I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question.
Okay.
Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption.
Okay.
You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think. Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
Maybe it could have been Mukuro Ikusawa, since you are Mukuro Ikusawa. If you compare what we know about Mukuro to the masked attacker, it should be obvious. Wait, what? How? What?
You never saw their face, right?
Okay,
So you can't have any idea who was under that mask.
could I?
I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusawa.
Okay.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot? Or perhaps the left foot?
Huh?
Or could it be the hips?
I think it's the hips.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea.
I'm telling you now, you're wrong. There's another part of the.
Oh? And what is this up? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot? Or perhaps the left foot? Or could it be the hips?
Give me the hips.
You never saw their face, so you can't have any. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusawa.
Oh no, it wasn't the hips.
Shoot!
Okay.
You never saw their face, right?
So you can't have. I'm
I
telling
mean-
you now, you're wrong.
I'm gonna do the
There's
right
another
hand.
part of the attack.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand?
I guess so.
Or the left hand?
Maybe the. Or perhaps. Or could it be the hip?
You never saw their face, so you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was.
No, that's wrong.
It's annoying because I know it's Junko, and I think that
Mukuro
Junko
had a
had that thing.
tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly.
How do you know that? It was Junko.
A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, you know, someone else.
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you, but what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her.
Could it? Oh no, this is the time when she shows us her hand.
Uh-oh, no snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
She's gonna show us her hands, and it's gonna be awful.
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Burnt hands. Kyoko was removing her gloves.
Your hands!
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof.
Yeah,
Makoto, Did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No?
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful! On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours!
God damn, why are you being like this, man?
Sorry. Did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Didn't hurt your fifis.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet, because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
Are
That's
they?
true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
No, we all saw it.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
Yep.
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
Yeah, biolab.
I got it! Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
The biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
Yeah, you kinda saw it, but then you passed out, man.
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue, so it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
Yep.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof. I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden.
Yep.
When I was checking it over again, I noticed something.
What did you notice, man?
I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
It does indeed.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Is it tiny?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab.
My nitpicky nature has surfaced. I am nitpicky, man.
In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
The sprinklers.
Wow, you made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
But that's just a wild guess.
No, it's not, man.
Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened.
What do you mean, there's no evidence?
But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous.
Pretty nervous.
Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Yep.
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
Unmasking the masks, man.
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
Yep.
La la la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
Ignore her, you mean? I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab.
Hey, by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What?
What? one thing.
What do you think I'm talking about?
About...
Your family.
Okay.
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
Alright.
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Why are you saying that?
Why are you bringing that up now?
Yeah.
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
I never assumed that.
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
And he is achieving it very proficiently. Okay, inconsistency with the biolab. Moment of truth. Damn.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Rawr! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? Proof!
I don't remember how to.
About this? That's impossible!
I don't remember how to recharge this. So when I lose all my bullets,
Sure about
I
this?
just press
That's
the.
impossible!
I just press the super button.
Are you sure about this? I'm not listening!
This should prove it.
Biolab lights. There you go.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is... the lights!
Yep.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue.
Yep. Actually, it seems to be the only
And
thing
as part
it
of
acts at.
that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
Yep.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
The number of lights that should be on should be 10.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why?
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
So, Sayaka 1. Junko 2. I can see her face now. Does she look like Mukuro? She does look like Mukuro, actually. Then Leon, Chihiro, Mondo, Taka, Hifumi, Celeste, Sakura, and Junko again, I guess.
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious.
And it has made us
But
incredibly
according to the lights
suspicious.
in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
No, idiot.
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
Nope.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
Nobody.
It may very well be that none of them disappeared,
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
including Monokuma's executions. There have apparently been 10 deaths. But there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
Because someone was killed twice.
I got it! What about if the same person was killed twice?
Indeed.
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far.
Yep.
But one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Right.
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still...
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Yep.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
Yep.
It was Mukuro, of course.
I knew it. Like, Mukuro was Junko, who died at first. And the real Junko is the one who is behind this game, I guess.
Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious, because Kyoko's totally delusional.
That's really interesting. So Junko was not Junko, she was Mukuro, like I was saying.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono?
No.
Junko Enoshima?
Oh, was it?
Leon Kuwata?
You're freaking kidding me.
Chihiro Fujisaki? Mando Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada?
Celestia Lu... Or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Okay, I'm gonna...
Who is this someone
Wait.
else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima?
Oh no. Wait, what?
Leon Kuwata?
No.
Chihiro Mando Kiyotaki Fumi Celestia Lu... Or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Okay.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono?
Gimme.
Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata?
No.
Chihiro
Why are you
Mando
doing this?
Kiyotaki Fumi Celestia... Or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Okay, I have to
Who
wait.
is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata?
There you go. No, wait, what?
Chihiro Mando Kiyotaki Fumi Celestia... Or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Who is this someone else that... Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata?
No, it wasn't. Okay. I guess Mukuro's
Chihiro Fujisaki?
profile.
Mando Owada?
Kiyotaki Fumi Celestia...
Oh, I
or
see what-
maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Okay.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata?
No, wait, what?
Chihiro Fujisaki.
How did I get Leon? What other?
Mando Owada. Kiyotaka Ishimaru.
What? How did I get Leon out of that?
Hifumi Yamada.
You fucking.
Celestial, or maybe...
Wait.
No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice!
How did I get Leon out of that?
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima?
Leon,
So,
Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaki, Fumi, Celestial,
Okay, this is
or
annoying.
maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice!
So
Who is this someone
I'm gonna
else
try
that
again
Mukuro
when the
was
thing is
killed
coming,
as?
not when it's going.
Was it Sayaka Maizono?
Gimme, Junko.
Junko Enoshima?
Leon, Chihiro, Mando,
Okay,
Kiyotaki,
this-
Fumi, Celestial, or maybe...
This is horrible,
no,
man.
There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Okay.
Who is this
Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima?
No. Okay. That's not it.
Leon, Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaki, Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this someone? Was it...
Sayaka Maizono? Junko
No.
Enoshima?
Junko Nashima. Okay. Okay.
Leon Kuwata?
So I could get that like that.
Chihiro Fujisaki?
Friggin' hell.
Mando Owada?
Can I?
Kiyotaka Ishimaru?
Can I?
Hifumi Yamada? Celestia
30
Lu,
seconds, guys.
Whatever. Or maybe
No.
Sakura Ogami?
No.
No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice.
No, that's wrong. Junko.
That was difficult, guys. That was freaking difficult. Sorry for making you watch that. So, thank you for watching. We will continue playing Danganronpa next time, now that we were at last able to say Junko and point the finger at her, which I have been doing repeatedly for the past many videos. So, thank you for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.